Hi guys, and welcome to this week's update on Polkadot. We're going to do some price analysis and have a look at a few key levels where we could potentially invest and where we could look at taking some profit on the way up. Last time I did mention this area of resistance here, which we've actually broken through, but we have rejected so far at around $29.38, and we're coming back into this area of what was resistance, now support. So we'll have a look at a few more key levels below and then some levels above where we could potentially look at taking profit or buying in. If you're new to this channel, then please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and let's crack on. So it's been about 6-7 days since we did last price analysis on Polkadot, and we was trading around this region here, around $23-24. We're looking for buys pretty much down this region at that $22 mark. If you did manage to catch one there at around $22.52, happy days. But if not, I think you're going to get some more opportunities coming up, because look at this move. We have not much, we've not had much relief at all, have we? I mean, from the bottom there to the top, so far, we've made a 183% recovery. This is where bears are starting to feel trapped now. They saw this price coming down. They saw such a significant drop and saw it drop down to 10. They think, oh, that's it. It's going to drop back down to 5 and 4. Then, in reality, this sell was way overextended at this price. And we dropped through this area of support around here. And we dropped our way down to $10.30, which was absolutely crazy. Came back above it and then used this area of support. If you're looking at moving averages here, we've got this 50 and this 20. Actually a bullish cross here, which coincides with some nice new positive money flow coming into the market. If you look at the period over the last 2 months, we had negative money flow, and that has now started to tick to the upside, which is a bullish sign for me. If we're taking a look at some price areas, though, I want to have a look at where we could potentially invest. I'm still expecting BTC to have a bit of a shakeout, maybe to the next week coming up or at some stage in September. If we look at this entire move here in terms of Fibonacci, so we'll go from the bottom there all the way up to the top, because I don't think we've had a major pullback yet. I mean, we've had little pullbacks on the way up, but not much really. Honestly, if I were looking to buy, I would place some orders around here, around $22. I think there's still a good chance that we're coming down and test this moving average 50 down here. So there's a good chance that we come down, fill some orders between $22 and $21, and then have a nice steady move up towards the end of September, going into October. Maybe timelines maybe a little bit off, but I truly think that we are going to get a sell-off at some stage. I mean, if we sell off from here and down to that 382 level, that's a 25% drop, and I'm expecting something like that, to be honest. I think I can say the same with Bitcoin. We've had such a significant rally over the course of the last 3 to 4 weeks. We will get a retracement at some stage. Well, I hope we do, because we need to fill some more bags. But yeah, if you're looking for buy orders, I would place some. I'm going to put a green box on it. So I'm going to change it. If I can put the right box on, I'll put a nice box on there within that area, and we'll just change that to red, shall we? So that's the area where I think there's a good potential area where we could drop down to some stage. We have pushed through this area of resistance, but it looks like we have rejected already, 29.30, and we're coming back into it. Depends how this area holds up. It depends what Bitcoin does, really. Bitcoin itself, if we just look at that, is now at 48,300. Got up to around 49,500 and rejected. And to be honest, like I say, I can see a sell-off at some stage, but that's nothing to worry about, because it will only be a nice steady or a sudden drop, but it will be short-lived. Then I think the real rise begins towards the end of this year, going on from September all the way through to December. I think it's going to get parabolic. So if you're managing to fill orders now around these regions, then I think you'll be set up for this incoming pump that we should be expecting. So that's buy zones there. I mean, if that doesn't happen and we just continue to push on, and this is just a slight little pullback, there's not much in the way. I mean, with this area around here is where we use it as support there and support there. So I mean, the next levels you're looking at, I mean, you could say is around these regions around here. We've had quite a bit of trading. If you look at all this area here, rejection, so that is close to that level of the negative 618 level at around $40. So I mean, $40 could be a decent target, but initially we've got this extension here for $4. Maybe look for a retracement there and then look at buys. in general, over the high time frames, I'm on the daily, I'm not going to go any higher. We've been on a solid downtrend all the way down from there. And we did break out. It was crying for a breakout at some stage, and it is looking good so far. So that's daily time frame. I'm not going to go into any other time frames because it's just mainly investment levels, and your buy zone's there. Sell zone probably, I mean, next. To be honest, I wouldn't be selling, but this is just an area for you to potentially accumulate, because if you haven't got as big a bags as you're expecting or you're wanting, it is always a good idea to buy at support and sell at resistance, and keep doing that until you're happy with your bags that you've got. Personally, I'm quite happy with my bag, so I'm not selling until this is at least $200 plus. You might think, fucking hell, Andy, it's only 27 here. That means it's got times 10. I think it will happen. I really think it will happen. So that's for buy zones, that's that covered. I just want to have a look at a BTC pair as well, Satoshi pair. We're now trading above this moving average 50, which is a bullish sign. I've got this area of support marked up. It's pretty much at 50,000 Satoshis. We've got a rejection here, and if you looked all the way through, it would have been a nice area of support back there. And we've actually broken through it, use it as support with that wick. If you look right in, we bounced through resistance, come back and tested it, now support. There's a good chance that again we could come down and test this region here. I'm not going to look at that move, I'm going to look at this move here. So if we just drop down to the 4 hour, that's a better for the fib. So we'll look at this in time move here. If you are looking for buys, I would look at that 382 level, which is bang on that moving average 50 there. So 53,700 Satoshis should be a decent area to look at targeting. But we have also got this weekly support down here at around 50,000 Satoshis. So that's a couple of areas for you to look at targeting. In terms of taking profit or selling your bags or accumulating, I think the next major region is that wick there, up at around 74,000 Satoshis. But I think it's going to be a while before we get up there. I'm expecting a little bit of a shakeout coming over the next, the next couple of weeks. But let's monitor that and see what happens. The money flow does look quite bullish actually. It's about to tick positive, so that could be a good sign for Polkadot there. So that's on pairs covered. I also wanted to take a look at this new trading indicator I'm testing out. I will be exploring this a lot more in future videos, but basically it gives you good levels when to potentially buy. In terms of RSI, we had a nice green dot down there. Not fully gone into this yet, but as you can see, that moving average there, we've tapped above it. I think we're going to come down and retest it before the next move on. But if you look down to the 4 hour, it looks like we've topped out here. We had quite a few red dots, which sell signals here, which came down. Very, very good for scalping this. If you look here, sell signals, buy signals, sell signals. Didn't get a buy signal until we rejected from this region up here. So on the lower time frames, actually the RSI is quite oversold here on this one, so this could be a good potential area to buy for short-term scalp. But more on that in the future. I'm looking to test this product out, and then if I think it's decent and I think you guys could benefit from it, then what I'll do is I will fire up some links and I'll try and get you all introduced to a project and what it actually is, and the team that are developing this indicator, because I think it's something that everybody should potentially be checking out if all goes well. So that's going to do it for today's video. Just some brief analysis, mainly buying and selling points on Polkadot, and yeah, onwards and upwards. Potential short dip coming soon, but long term I am bullish as hell on this project. So thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, smash that like button, and I'll catch you next time.